Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to the national colors by the Sabota High School Jerry Helton Weston and Master Sergeant John Kitchen. Please remain standing until the colors have exited. Tonight, the color sergeant is Cadet Lance Corporal Clyde Parker. Carrying the Marine Corps flag is Cadet Private First Class Vance Lake. Two riflemen are Cadet Private First Class Gage Cheek and Cadet Sergeant Dalton
That's what I did. And I couldn't remember if you were playing then right after. I didn't think we did. I mean, we had some with Greg and Dante and Antonio for a little while.
Followed by our school song. Marching band is directed by Greg Emmett and assisted by Michelle Barnes, Kevin Mazzarco, and Jason Resnicek. Color guard is directed by Sadie Bay and assisted by Megan Howerton. Painting director is Marley Heritage, and painting assistant is Jennifer Gardella. Department secretary, Shannon Brooks. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's official, referee, Robert Breedlove, umpire, Mark Cisco, linesman, Patrick Sweeney, line judge, Scott McKinley, and back judge, Darren Carpenter. Meeting out on the field for the coin toss by the captains. For the visiting Claremore Zebras, number 38, Valen Williams, number 46, Jacob Velasquez, number 52, Darius Blevins, and number 80, Larry Reed. For Sapulpa, number 2, Elijah Williams, number 6, Marcus Esparza, and number 77, Blake Davis. Sapulpa will receive and defend the south goal. Claremore will kick off and defend the north goal.
right?
Welcome to Collins Stadium, home of Sapulpa Chieftains football.
See, here's the tricky thing.
You're listening to the
The interview
radio.
people, we're going to have them standing right there against the glass, so this camera has to be able to come
Now,
out this
back
way.
to more great music.
And Pete about it's got blue, right here it's got blue on it.
You also look at the black on it? The blue circle? Because there's one point right here that
Maybe that's it. We need that to get the
this one? We can run this one.
Okay, guys, just work it out. It's on the white. We'll check on the board.
This is the extension right here that you have to put in.
And now, making the field, George Sapulpa
Yeah.
Chieftains.
No.
With only being able to throw it 6 times in the entire game this week, as they did last week. So Claremore in 0-1, one of their more dynamic players not going to be seeing action tonight. That's Dylan Kedzie, or a 1,000-yard receiving year last year as a sophomore. As we get ready to kick away here, Dylan Gochert, right-footed kicker, kicking to the south. Chieftains returning from our right to the left, defending the south end zone. And it's straight ahead to the 20-yard line, angling 25, and then a hard hit takes him off his feet near the 28. The ball pops loose, but he did hang on to it. Tazon Taft, the sophomore wide receiver and defensive back, with the return. And the Sapulpa Chieftains will start with 1st and 10 near their own 29.
Chieftains will take over 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line.
And our first look tonight at Elijah Williams, the junior quarterback, standing at 6'5", 225. In the shotgun with split backs. Takes the snap, drops back to throw straight away. Over the middle, caught at midfield, and he'll be tackled at the opposite 48-yard line, and the pass completed to Wyatt Hall, the sophomore. And Coach Borgstadt told me just before the game, as they're in the hurry-up offense, that look for them to go and target Wyatt more in this game. 1st and 10, rather. From the 48 of the Zebras. And here is Williams, the handoff on a jet sweep. It's Tazon Taft to the right side to the 40-yard line before being upended and stopped near the boundary. And tackle on the play made by Claremore's Coleman Parsons, also starting tailback for Zebra. Splits time with Jace Hightower, as we'll see later. So Sapulpa tonight in the home blue unis, all blue, with white helmets, white numbers and lettering. Zebras in the road whites with red pants and their black helmet with the red Z on the side. 2nd and 3 coming up from the 41. And then the handoff going straight to Esparza. Bouncing it up the right side of the line. He'll pick up a couple yards to the 39, and it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Chieftains. So some rain in the area. It's been a lot of rain in the west side of the state today, kind of creeping this way. But there's a chance we'll be able to make it through this one without any rainfall. 3rd and 1 from the Claremore 39 for Sapulpa. Williams the snap, makes a throw on the quick slant left, caught at the 35, immediately wrapped up and stopped by Claremore's Blake Hargrove. But good enough for the 1st down at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. Last time these two teams met, It was the last regular season game when Claremore was in 6A Division II and a 7-6 win for Sapulpa. 1st and 10. Williams drops back, throws right, a little contact, but the referees will say that one was fair, and as the ball came in, the pass was intended for Kenyon Kamier. And broken up on the play by Claremore's Tristan Hampton. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Elijah Williams, the junior quarterback, back in the gun. Takes the snap on the option. Here's the pitch to Esparza. He'll take off up the right side of the line, bouncing it outside across the 30 and up to the 29-yard line for a 6-yard gain. And 2nd and 4 for the Chieftains. Right down the field, started back on their own 29-yard line on this opening drive. 3rd and 4 for the Chieftains. Williams from the shotgun. The snap, the give. Esparza going straight ahead and runs into that big defensive front for Claremore, led by Manny Lozoya, the senior. Zebras stop the Chieftains for a short gain up to the 28-yard line, 4th and 3. And Sapulpa keeps the offense out on the field, still in the no huddle. And Williams stays in the shotgun. Esparza in the backfield, 2 wideouts to the left and 1 to the right. 4th and 3 from the Claremore 28. Williams pump fakes, now throwing near side for the end zone, overthrown and incomplete. Wyatt Hall was behind his coverage from Quentin Skinner. But that one sails too far, and it will turn over on downs to the Zebras. 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. 8:57 remaining in the opening quarter. No score between Claremore and Sapulpa here in Sapulpa. First and 10 for the Zebras from their own 29. And Charlie Murdoch in his first year starting for the Zebras. The handoff going to go to the tailback straight ahead. Up to the 33-yard line to pick up about 4 yards. And it was the aforementioned Coleman Parsons with the carry. Parsons, nice season last year. Battled some injuries throughout. Able to finish off returning to play later in the season. And Claremore now 2nd and 6 from their own 33. Murdoch puts a man in motion, tied into the right slot. So from the pistol, Murdoch the give, again to Parsons up the right side of the offensive line, across the 35, falling forward to the 37-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 3rd and 2 for the Zebras. The Chieftains with an opportunity here with keeping Claremore in their own territory to have their opening drive stopped with a 3 and out. Zebras huddling with Charlie Murdoch, the junior quarterback, a transfer from Owasso, who did not play last year. 3rd and 1 for Murdoch and the Zebras from their own 38. Murdoch shifting personnel around from the pistol, and Chieftains show blitz. They give to Parsons up the left side of the line's got the first down, and a shoestring tackle just outside of the 40, up to the 44 for Parsons, and eventual stop from Sapulpa coming from Marcal Durant. So 1st and 10 Zebras now from their own 44. About 7.5 left in this opening quarter. No score in Sapulpa. Zebras 1st and 10. Murdoch in the pistol. And again, it's Parsons behind him. Murdoch looks left, throws left, and it is bobbled and incomplete. Had a little bit of help from Marcal Durant from Sapulpa getting a hand on that one and breaking up the pass. And bringing up 2nd and 10. The pass intended for Luke Williams, the senior. 2nd and 10 now for Claremore. Murdoch now puts Parsons just to his right. 2nd and 10 from the 44. Chieftains show blitz, and here it comes. And the give to Parsons gets up to the 46-yard line for a 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 8. Beg your pardon, 3rd and 8 upcoming for Claremore from their own 46. Shotgun formation for Claremore. Murdoch. And they're in the audible now, facing the coaches to get signals. Murdoch calls the play into his line, back in the shotgun. 3rd and 8 from their own 46. Murdoch, screen pass to the right, and it is bobbled and falls incomplete. Pass was intended for Jacob Gilmore. Couldn't haul that one in, and the Zebras are going to punt. So they pick up 1 first down on the drive. And can't advance into Sapulpa territory. They'll punt away from their own 46-yard line. And Zebras have Ryan Connor, the sophomore. Got plenty of opportunity to punt it in last week's game, I should say, against Bartlesville. 7 times between their first and second score. The snap bounces back to Connor. Right-footed punt is away, high and wobbly. And will bounce inside the 20, and it's going to be picked up by Taft, and he'll advance it as far as he can, making it up to the 22-yard line before being stopped by the Zebras. Dylan McGarrett, one of those in with a stop for Claremore. So the Chieftains will start out 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. So in comes the Chieftain offense led by Elijah Williams, junior quarterback. Turned it over on downs on their first drive. Get down in Zebra territory. Unable to pick up points. 1st and 10 Chieftains from their own 22. Williams back to throw over the middle, and it is caught. He'll be drilled immediately, but completed the pass to Tazon Taft. And he was hit and stopped by Jacob Gilmore of Claremore. 1st and 10 for the Chieftains, moving it up to the 39. So a 17-yard gain. And Williams keeps Sapulpa in the no huddle in the shotgun with 2 backs behind him in the backfield. The handoff's going to go to Esparza up the middle of the line to the 45-yard line. Good for a 6-yard gain. Tackled by several Claremore Zebras, one of those being Darius Blevins, a captain tonight for Claremore. 2nd and 3 for the Chieftains from their own 46. And again, Williams in the shotgun with split backs. 2nd and 3, William pump fakes under a rush, and he'll be pulled down and sacked back at the 34-yard line. And in there making the hit and tackle was Bryson Brown, the senior. And a big loss on the play. They'll rule it back to the 32-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 14 upcoming for the Chieftains. Williams in the gun, 2 receivers left, and 1 to the right, drops back to pass. Looking left, now over the middle, is going to take off and run. Flags fly, Williams hit from behind and stopped near the original line of scrimmage at the 39. And it would bring up 4th and 10, but we checked the penalty. And it is a hold. And that is going to be declined, so it will bring up 4th down and 10 for the Chieftains as the Zebras decline the penalty. And the Chieftains will punt away from their own 39-yard line. Marcus Esparza punting away for the Chieftains. Jacob Gilmore deep for Claremore. Not a lot of wind to speak of, if anything, a little bit into Marcus Esparza's face as he punts towards the north. Great snap, punts away. This one a bit short, it's going to bounce at the 35. And both players touch it, and the Chieftains jump on it, and they will recover. First it hits Quentin Skinner of Claremore, and then a heads-up play from Tazon Taft. He'll jump on the ball and recover. And it'll be 1st down for the Chieftains from the Zebra 30.
Official ticket sponsor of Sapulpa Athletics.
So 1st and 10, just over 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. No score between Sapulpa and Claremore in Sapulpa. Elijah Williams in the shotgun. Big four-man front for the Zebras. Here's the handoff up the right side of the line. Esparza does break across the line of scrimmage and falls forward to the 28 for a 2-yard gain. And it'll be 2nd and 8. Jace Hightower, one of those in with the stop for Claremore. Still some communication between coaches and players getting the play called in for the Chieftains. Williams again in the shotgun, 2nd and 8 from the 28. In Zebra territory, Williams the snap option. Now he's going to turn it straight upfield. Trying to bounce outside and in trouble, and will be pulled down and stopped at the 27-yard line, so maybe a yard gain on the play. And Bryson Brown making the stop for Claremore. So we'll move forward to the 27 for a 1-yard gain and be 3rd and 7 for the Chieftains. Still in the no huddle. Williams from the shotgun now moves Esparza out of the backfield. He'll get the snap in the backfield. A double pass going for a wide open man in the end zone. And it'll be caught at the 2-yard line. Touchdown, Sapulpa. Kenyon Keimer, sophomore, hauls the pass in on some trickery. First a screen from Williams to Esparza. And then Esparza finds the wide open Keimer. And it's a Chieftain touchdown. Mortazavi in to attempt the point after. Here for Sapulpa. Good snap and hold. Pick is up, and it is good. 3:45 left in the first quarter. 7-0. Sapulpa leads Claremore in Sapulpa. Quick break for us. Back for more Chieftain football on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM, the Sports Animal. Thank you. Yes.
Patient care and convenient care. With Redbud PT, you are able to see quality treatment for athletic injuries, work-related injuries, post-surgery rehabilitation, or any other aches and pains that life throws at you. Call today to start your recovery. Senator National is proud to call Sapulpa home. Senators and Sapulpa Chieftains know what it takes to build a winning team. Visit Senators at 301 South Main to check out their full product line or Senators.com to order.
Tonight for the Chieftains. Mortazavi's kick. High, end over end with backspin and short, brought in at the 28-yard line. Parker House tries to angle to the far sidelines, but he'll be hit and stopped by the Chieftains' A.J. Chakota. And Zebras offense will take over 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. So again, Charlie Murdoch and Coach Jarrett Hurt of Claremore Zebras saying, had a pretty good debut last week against Bartlesville, but would like to get the running game going and take a little bit of pressure off of Murdoch. He'll start out with 1st and 10 from his own 28. They're in the pistol, one man just behind him in the backfield. Murdoch rolling right, throws right into double coverage, and it's knocked away and incomplete, intended for Quentin Skinner. In coverage from Tazon Taft and Marcus Esparza.
2nd down and 10.
Second and 10 for Claremore. From their own 28-yard line. And again, it's Murdoch in the pistol. We've got Jace Hightower now in the backfield. Here is the give to Hightower. Up the left side of the line, hit, and still crosses the 30 up to the 34 for about a 6-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 4 for Claremore from their own 34.
Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. 3rd down and 4.
So again, the last time these two teams met, it was a close one. Last game of the regular season, and Sapulpa picks up the victory 7-6. It was raining cats and dogs that entire game and for about 5 hours before. 3rd and 4 for Murdoch and the Zebras. Hightower angling left, tries to break it through the line, but he will get stuffed at the 35 and stopped for a short gain, bringing up 4th and 3 for Claremore from their own 35. Looks like they'll elect to punt this one away. So a nice stop again by the Chieftains D. Stepping back to receive this punt, Tazon Taft. Measure this one from the Zebra zone, 36. And here's the right-footed punt from Ryan Connor. This one's going to bounce before Taft brings it in at the 25 on the run. Near sidelines, making moves at the 40. Stays in bounds across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. Connor Aaron in with the stop for Claremore. 1st and 10 Chieftains with their best field position of the night at their own 48-yard line. 2:11 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Sapulpa leading Claremore in Sapulpa. Sapulpa starting from their own 22 and their own 29 on previous drives. Now, if you do count the muffed punt and turnover, that went down to the 27-yard line of Claremore. So this on a little more traditional way to start possession starts from the Chieftains' own 48, 1st and 10. For Williams and Sapulpa. Snap back to Williams, looking left, pump fakes. Now wants to send it deep down the near sidelines. Got a man there. Tazon Taft, a diving catch at the 11. And it's 1st and 10 Claremore. Williams, the pump fake. Taft took off in another gear. Got behind his coverage and still had to dive for that football, but he brings it in at the 10, and they'll call this one 1st and goal. Tazon Taft, wow. 1st and goal now for Sapulpa. Williams with split backs. Esparza just to his left. He'll get the handoff. Straight ahead, finds a hole, but then it closes quickly up to the 8-yard line. A 2-yard gain, and making the stop for Claremore is Tristan Hampton. And it's 2nd and goal now for Sapulpa from the 8. Just under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. A 7-0 Sapulpa lead here in Sapulpa. 2nd ago, Williams getting the play call from here from the sidelines with 15 seconds remaining still on the play clock. Snap to Williams. Going to try to turn it upfield. Is dragging a tackler. Breaks free now with the 7. And he's going to go into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown Sapulpa. Elijah Williams. An 8-yard touchdown run. And Sapulpa has a 2-score lead. Mortazavi, the junior kicker, in to attempt the point after. Kenyon Kamayer holding for the Chieftains. A little bit of a high snap brought down. Good hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. 14-0 Sapulpa leads Claremore in Sapulpa. 1:15 left in the first quarter. Another 30-second break for us. We're back for more Chieftain football on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM, the Sports Animal. All right.
a fair catch for the kickoff. First and 10, Claremore on their own 23-yard line.
So, big-time rivalries being played this week. Of course, Union and Jinx over in Tulsa. Broken Arrow and Union playing. The Battle of the Bishops. Bishop Kelly, Bishop McGinnis playing, and the list goes on. First and 10 for Claremore from their own 23. Murdoch back in the shotgun. And the Zebras turn to the sidelines to get signals. So we'll keep you updated thanks to our friends at Squirtle. We'll check the Squirtle app later. Following tonight's game, check into the Squirtle Scoreboard Show here on the Sports Animal with Kevin Ward, and there's a delay of game going to be charged to Claremore. So they'll back up 5. And it'll be first and 15. If you don't have it, download that Squirtle app today. It's great for keeping up with high school athletics. Get live updating scores, certainly throughout the football season, but have them for the other sports as well. First and 10 for the Zebras from their own 18-yard line. Murdoch the snap on the quarterback keeper straight ahead across the 20 to the 25-yard line, dragging a tackler across the 30 up to the 32, eventually stopped by Marcal Durant. And it's close to a first down for the Zebras. May just be a little bit short. We'll see. But it was actually Bryson Brown lined up at quarterback. Making that run, he still is in there. That's Brown. First time tonight we've seen him from the quarterback position, and that's a fumbled snap. Brown's got to turn around and dive on it back at the 23, so it'll be a big loss for Claremore. They will say it's down at the 22. So it will be second and 21 upcoming for Claremore. Bryson Brown on the roster as a running back, plays on the defensive line as well. His older brother Brindley, a great quarterback for Claremore a handful of years ago. Here he is on second and 21 as Bryson. His own 22 drops back. No, this is Murdoch back in the game. Throws over the middle through Skinner's hands and incomplete. So Quentin Skinner was the intended receiver. Coverage from Jamel Bruner. And third down and 21 upcoming for Claremore. Could be the last play or maybe a couple more plays here in this quarter with 14 seconds remaining. It's a 14-0 Sapulpa lead in Sapulpa. Third and 21 for Claremore. Charlie Murdoch in the shotgun. Takes a snap, pump fakes left. Now in trouble's going to have to be flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to get it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be covered up and stopped at the 23, so it'll go down as about a 2-yard gain. But it'll be 4th and 17 upcoming for Claremore, and the Zebra punt team comes on. And that's the end of the first quarter. Sapulpa 14, Claremore 0. Quick break for us. We're back to start the second quarter here in Sapulpa. This is Chieftain Football on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM, the Sports Animal.
Thanks for making Sapulpa Game Day a place to be.
Back in Sapulpa to get the second quarter started as the Chieftains lead the Claremore Zebras 14-0. And it's 4th and 17 upcoming for the Claremore Zebras. And Ryan Connor will be punting away, but we do have a timeout on the field. Bryant Ferguson in for For Patrick Masick this week, Jonathan Coates, our producer, back in the Sports Animal Studios. Now looks like we're set to go with Connor punting away. Good snap, right-footed punt, high, deep spiraler. It's going to go over the head of Tajon Taft, who stopped at the 43 and lets this one roll back to the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Sapulpa from their own 35. Again, leading 14-0 over Claremore in this second week of non-district play. Get you a couple scores here from some of our big rivalry games across the state. Starting in 6A1, Jinx currently leading Union 6-0. And Broken Arrow and Owasso, the other one I mentioned. I think I misspoke earlier. I said BA and Union, but Broken Arrow at last year's state champion Owasso. And no score as those games, I believe, are getting started at 7:30 tonight. 1st and 10 now for Sapulpa from their own 36. Elijah Williams in the shotgun. Face the snap. Good toss here in the backfield. AJ Chakota on the run across the 40 up to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Actually, the 44. A couple of Zebras combined for the tackle, Blake Hargrove and Nash Blackwell. But a 9-yard gain on 1st down brings up 2nd and 1.
Nash Blackwell, 2nd down and 1.
So Chakota stays in the backfield where he caught that pass from a moment ago. 2nd and 1 from the 45. Williams, play fake, under a rush now. Rolls out right's going to tuck it and run. Across midfield, throws a stiff arm. Now tight-roping the sidelines at the 35. And stopped by Parsons at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. 19-yard gain. Roughly could have a couple more to that. It looks like they spotted it up at the 33. But a 1st down and 10 for Sapulpa from the Claremore 33-yard line. Williams again with Chakota in the backfield. The snap, Williams to throw. Zebra rushes on. Williams throws, going for the end zone, and overthrown and incomplete, intended for Tajon Taft. And Taft had coverage from Connor Aaron of Claremore. 2nd and 10. Well, so Coach Borgstadt did not mislead me, as I spoke to him before. Said we're going to throw it more than 6 times in this total game, and they've been letting Williams air it out a little bit. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Williams again from the pocket to throw over the middle, tipped and falls incomplete. A Zebra had 2 hands on it and couldn't bring it in. Tristan Hampton not really expecting it. And the pass was coming hard and fast. Hampton lets it strip through his fingertips, so incomplete. And 3rd and 10 now upcoming for the Chieftains. From the Zebra 33, I should say. Williams still with Chakota in his backfield just to his left. As trips out to the left. One receiver right. Here comes the Zebra blitz. Williams, the throw caught at the line of scrimmage, and he'll sport forward to the 31 before being wrapped up and stopped by Coleman Parsons. And the pass completed to Wyatt Hall. So the first target for Hall in some time. Straight away in the first quarter, they went straight to Hall. So he'll pick up a 1-yard gain. And it appears we'll have a 48-yard field goal attempt. Lots of praise for this Chieftains kicker, Kayvon Mortazavi. 38-yarder from the middle of the field, kicking to the south. Snap, hold is down, kick is up. And it is no good. Just went under the crossbar, but it did make it to the end zone, so the Zebras will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 9:58 left in the first half. 14-0 Sapulpa, leading Claremore here in Sapulpa.
At American Heritage Bank, we combine over 110 years of experience with the highest quality of customer service to give you an action-filled banking experience. We are also a proud supporters of our communities and wish to keep you good luck and peace. Stop by one of our 22 convenient locations and visit our website at www.aab.bank.
So it is Murdoch back in the shotgun for Claremore. Saw them use Bryson Brown a little bit on the previous series at quarterback, but Murdoch in now, makes a handoff on 1st down. Coleman Parsons straight ahead. Now trying to angle left across the 25 and falls forward up to the 29-yard line for a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1 Claremore. And they'll get back up to the line quickly. Murdoch has to call some of the linemen back into position. I think they were ready to huddle. 2nd and 1 for Claremore. Junior quarterback Charlie Murdoch in the pistol. Takes the snap, handoff. Parsons looking up the right side of the line, leans forward for the 30. It would appear he's got the first down there. And tackle on the play made by Tyler Odell of the Chieftains. With the nose of the football just up to the 30, but they will say first down for Claremore. First and 10, still Coleman Parsons in the backfield in the pistol. 2 receivers to either side for Claremore. From their own 30, Murdoch fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, bouncing it outside to the left, and will be pulled down and stopped at the 32. And a tackle on the play made by Andrew Merrihew. So Chieftains picked up 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6 from the 34.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
So more scores as the night goes on. We'll check in on some 6A2 scores. Sapulpa's classification here next. 2nd and 6 for Claremore from their own 34. Murdoch from the pistol, handoff. Parsons straight ahead. Pushing through the line up to the 37. So he picks up about 3. Does Parsons. And it is 3rd and 3. Coleman Parsons, the senior, at 6'1", 205. Lining up and trading the tailback position, or splitting time, I should say, with Jace Hightower, who's 5'8", 170. 3rd and 3 upcoming for Claremore from their own 37-yard line. It's pistol formation for Murdoch. Takes the snap, hand off Parsons, straight ahead with the first down and more. Tripped up and stopped near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for Claremore. Stopping the play made by Marcus Esparza. Zebras moving up to the 46, so number 1 in Class 5A, Carl Albert at Del City tonight. 6-0. Carl Albert with the lead early. That is a powerhouse team for sure. Some more scores in a moment. 1st and 10, Claremore from their own 46. And this is a direct snap. And it's Jacob Gilmore out to the right side and stopped near midfield. It'll be a 4-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 6. Elijah Williams with the stop. So Gilmore, a scary moment last week in Claremore as the Zebras hosted the Bartlesville Bruins. Knocked unconscious, taken off the field in an ambulance. So Coach Hurt said on Tuesday when I talked to him, progressing very well. They hope to have him back tonight, and saw his first touch there, 2nd and 10. Murdoch back. Makes the pass, caught at the 45-yard line. Luke Williams, and he'll be pushed back immediately to the 40, so the progress will be marked up at the 44-yard line, looks like. And a couple of Chieftains combining for the stop. Andrew Merrihew, one of those. So it brings up 3rd and 12 situation for Claremore from their own 44. So as Gilmore had to go out on the stretcher, as we said moments ago, most of that precautionary, it turned out that he was released later that evening. Third and 12 from the 44. Murdoch drops back. Here comes the Chieftain rush, and a hit and sack back at the 41-yard line for a loss of 3. Sacked by Elijah Williams. And it's 4th down, and the Zebras will punt away.
Charlie Murdoch sacked. 4th down and 14.
4th and 14 for Claremore from their own 42. And Tajon Taft back to receive this punt. Ryan Connor in punt formation for Claremore. Snaps a little low to Ryan. The right-footed punt is away. Taft signals the fair catch. Takes it at the 33. So Zebras take over, 5:12 left in the first half, 14-0. Sapulpa leading Claremore in Sapulpa.
33-yard line, 1st and 10. St. John's Sapulpa is close to home, giving you access to all your healthcare needs.
Starting on their own 33 tonight, have also started on their own 48, their own 22, and again on their own 29. So another one of those rivalry games being played this week down in the southwest corner of the state. Lawton High and Lawton Mac currently tied at 6. Keep an eye on that one. 1st and 10 now for Williams and the Chieftains. Handoff straight ahead, going to Esparza. He's up to the 36-yard line for a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. And still the no huddle, not quite the hurry-up pace that we saw through a good part of the first quarter for the Chieftains. 2nd and 7. Sapulpa from their own 36. Williams from the shotgun, fakes the handoff, now a quick pass to the right, caught at the 35, and he'll break free across the 45 into Zebra territory, and eventually tackled and stopped at the 38. Pass completed to Kenyon Kamier. And Connor Aaron with the stop for the Zebras, 1st and 10. Sapulpa from the Zebra 38. Williams has Esparza in the backfield. And he gets the handoff. Bouncing it outside to the right, pulled down and stopped near the 35 for a 3-yard gain. Connor Aaron combining with Tristan Hampton for the stop for Claremore. 2nd and 7, Sapulpa in Zebra territory at the 35. About 4 minutes left here in this opening half. Sapulpa up by 14. 2nd and 7 from the 35. Williams rolls out right. Rush from behind. He's going to tuck it and run across the 30. Angles left, 25-yard lines. Got 2 Zebras to beat. To the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Sapulpa. Elijah Williams, a 35-yard run. Second rushing touchdown of the night for the quarterback, Elijah Williams. Mortazavi in to attempt the point after. Snap. Hold is down, kicks up, and it's good. 21-0, Sapulpa leads Claremore. 3:43 left in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break and back for more. This is Sapulpa Chieftain football on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM, the Sports Animal. Thank you. 3:43. So are you going to do... do you do a...
Sometimes you do. Like if we be social, sometimes you are. I just sit with my headphones and watch Netflix. So I just bring out the bad in you.
Left in the first half. Bryant Ferguson in this week for Patrick Nasick. Good to have you with us tonight on the Sports Animal. And a good first half for the Chieftains and for Elijah Williams. Making plays through the air and on the ground. Just picked up his second rushing touchdown on a 35-yard run. Had to beat 2 Zebra defenders halfway across the field to do so. But he pulled it off as Mortazavi's kick, this time about 6 yards deep into the end zone. Zebras will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
So while they're playing zoom in? Okay, whenever they're on the line, you want to be zoomed in, just tighten up, just see the line.
So Zebras field position tonight starting from their own 29, own 28, own 20. Now again from their own 20. Sapulpa winning that field position back, but we must have had a penalty. We're re-kicking it. I was looking down at my stat sheet. Apologize for the confusion, but we'll be kicking away now from their own 35. Mortazavi Again, booted that one about 7 yards deep. We'll see how close this one can get. So Sapulpa re-kicking. For the boot is away. Towards the far side, brought in at the 3-yard line. Zebras returning it straight ahead across the 20, angling far sidelines to the 30. There's a hole. Got a blocker at the 40, across midfield, and then hit close to the boundary. And stopped in Sapulpa territory. And it was Jacob Gilmore with the return for Claremore. So first and 10 Zebras, they have 3:33. Try to work down the field and get some points on the board. None thus far tonight, as Sapulpa has a 21-0 lead over Claremore. And more scoring updates as we're getting some of these in. As Claremore has first and 10 from the Chieftain 47. Murdoch under center. Pitch sweep, Hightower with positive yardage across the 40 and up to the 39-yard line. An 8-yard gain for Claremore. 2nd and 2. Now back in the pistol, still Hightower in the backfield for Claremore. 2nd and 2, pitch sweep, Hightower. Coming back to the near side, hit in the backfield. He's going to reverse field. Gets a block from Murdoch, and Hightower's off to the races down the far sideline to the 25, and forced out at the 19 by Marcal Durant. First and 10 Zebras. And some nice moves from Jace Hightower. Hightower was all but stopped way behind the line of scrimmage. Turns it around, and just a little chip is all it took from Murdoch to get Hightower some more running room. Zebras now 1st and 10, approaching the red zone at the 21. Murdoch again in the pistol. Still has Hightower behind him. 1st and 10 from the 21. Bobbled snap. Hightower trying to bounce it outside, and will be pulled down and stopped at the 25. So progress up to the 22. And looking to see who we had on the stop there. I believe that was Marcus Esparza making a tackle for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 for Claremore. From the Sapulpa 22, clock ticking with 2:22 left in the second quarter. And it's 2nd down from the 22. This kind of numbers thing happen more often than you'd think in high school football. 2nd and 11. Murdoch to give Hightower straight ahead across the 20 and wrapped up by his ankles and stopped at the 16-yard line. I believe Esparza in there on the stop again. It'll be 3rd and 5 upcoming for Claremore. And 5, offset I formation, Murdoch under center. Here's Hightower straight ahead running in to lineman, and he'll advance it about 2 yards. Brings up 4th and 3 from the 14, and decision time for Claremore right now, leaving the offense out on the field. So from the 14 would be a 31-yard field goal attempt. The Zebras down 3 touchdowns. It's like they want one of their own. 4th and 3. Should you not get the score, you'd be like the Chieftains were on their opening drive. Just turn it over on downs deep in Sapulpa territory. But Claremore takes the first time out of the half. 55 seconds left. Sapulpa leads 21-0. That's a quick break for us, too. This is Sapulpa Chieftain football on the Sports Animal.
Zoom in on the huddle. Zoom in and center. There you go. Look good. Right now, like, they're not huddles anymore. Jesus.
55 seconds remaining in the first half in Sapulpa. And the Chieftains have a 21-0 lead over the visiting Claremore Zebras. Bryant Ferguson here with you tonight on the Sports Animal, filling in for Patrick Masick. Glad to have you on board. 4th and 3 coming up for Claremore from the Sapulpa 13-yard line. And the Zebras offense returns to the field following the timeout. And it's Murdoch in the pistol. Coleman Parsons in the backfield. Here is the give to Parsons. Trying to bounce it outside, then turns it up the inside of the line, up to the 12-yard line. Looks like he's about a yard shy, so that should turn it over on downs to the Chieftains, and indeed it does. First down, Sapulpa from their own 12 with 50 seconds remaining in the half. So, with the final 50 seconds, what will the Chieftains do? Will they elect to play it pretty conservatively, take it into the locker room with a 3-touchdown lead, or will they take advantage of the time they've got left? Long way to go from their own 12, 1st and 10. Here's Williams in the shotgun, handoff. Coming up the right side of the line, breaking one tackle, but not the second. And Ryan Connor with the stop for the Zebras. Marcus Esparza with the run for the Chieftains. Picks up 7, and it's 2nd and 3. Williams stays in the gun. Clock winding down with 28 seconds left in the half. Williams the snap. Back from the pocket to throw. Rolling out right. Now he's going to take off and run. A stiff arm at the 25. He'll tight rope the sidelines up to the 35 and step out of bounds, stopping the clock with 17 seconds left in the half. So he stopped near the 30. See where the official spot is. So it's good enough for the first down. 1st and 10 Sapulpa from their own 28. 17 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Looks like they're going to be content to take a knee here and send this one to the locker room. And indeed they do. Williams takes the knee. And Sapulpa leading Claremore 21-0 here in week 2 of non-district play. Sapulpa, the 6A Division II squad, facing off with 5A Claremore Zebras. So a break coming up for us. Coming back, we'll recap the first half, get you to some interviews with Patrick Masick, who should be returning back here to the Sports Animal Airwaves next week. Then we'll come back and get you set for the second half here in Sapulpa. This is Chieftain Football on 99.9, the Sports Animal.
Gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Sapulpa Ping Ping Dance Team. Our senior captain is Addie Chapin. Our junior lieutenants are Addie Heritage and Lyric Purse. The team is coached by Molly Heritage and Jenny Gardella. Once again, please welcome your Sapulpa Pings.
Yeah.
Kayvon Warzaldi's second half kickoff goes through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 20, Claremore. 1st and 10, Claremore at the 20. Colin Parsons with a carry to the 24-yard line. 2nd down and 6.
Murdoch stands at 6'3", 205. His dad is the defensive coordinator for the Claremore Zebras. And 4. Murdoch the snap. Play fake, rolling out right, throws right, and it's a little bit low and incomplete, looking for Jake Gilmore. And broken up by coverage from Marcus Esparza. So we mentioned Gilmore and his injury last week. Boy, another tough season for him as last season. In the first play on the first scrimmage of the year, fractured leg and was out for the season. Good to see him getting some playing time tonight. 4th and 4, Zebras are going to punt this one away. And the right-footed punt from Ryan Connor is high and a bit short. Bounces at about the 47 and then crosses midfield and rolls dead at the Sapulpa 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Chieftains as they lead Claremore 21-0 here starting the second half. And Offense come back onto the field for the Chieftains. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. And again, Elijah Williams in at quarterback, in the gun, split backs in the backfield. I do see a pretty heavy mist to light rain falling in the lights. There's a fumbled football, and Williams goes down for it. Claremore looks like they've recovered. It looks like that one was picked up by Bryson Brown, and indeed it was. 1st down, Claremore. Bad exchange. Williams went to the turf to try to cover it up, but not before Bryson Brown could take it over for the Zebras, and they'll start 1st and 10 in Sapulpa territory at the 42. So again, just as I said a few moments ago, it looked like we could avoid the weather. I could just see this in the lights that now no jackets or umbrellas or anything like that out here in the stadium yet, but there's at least a heavy mist out there. 1st and 10 from the 42 for Claremore in Sapulpa territory. And the snap, now a reverse. Skinner turns it upfield at the 40, and he's up to the 38-yard line before he stopped. Tackle made by Marcus Esparza. So Quentin Skinner, junior wide receiver, defensive back. Got a 4-yard gain for Claremore, so 6. And it's not Murdoch. I can't see where Murdoch's lined up. It looks like this could be a direct snap with maybe Brown. They didn't, nope. It's not Brown. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff, coming near side. It's Jake Gilmore, and he's going to be covered up and stopped in the backfield for a 4-yard loss back at the 42. A couple of players combining for the Chieftains. One of those, Jacob Goad, junior defensive lineman. Stop for a loss. 3rd and 10 upcoming for Claremore from the Sapulpa 42-yard line. 9.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. A 21-0 Sapulpa lead in Sapulpa. Charlie Murdoch back now in the pistol. Chase Hightower in the backfield. 3rd and 10 Claremore. Play fake. Murdoch rolls right, throws right through the hands of his receivers, and it's incomplete, intended for Quentin Skinner. And coverage from coverage from Tajon Taft. So Zebra's going to punt this one away on 4th and 10 from the 42. And that will bring out Ryan Connor to put this one away for Claremore. Tajon Taft jogging back to receive this one for Sapulpa. Backs up inside the 15-yard line. Good snap to Connor. Right-footed punt is away. This one, low wobbler, bounces inside the 20. Takes a great Claremore bounce inside the 10-yard line and will roll dead near the 9. 1st and 10 for the Sapulpa Chieftains from their own 9. 8:54 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 21-0. Sapulpa leading Claremore. So rounding out non-district play next week for the Chieftains, road game at East Central of Tulsa. That will be played on the campus of East Central in the East Side Sports Complex near 11th and Garnett. First and 10 for the Chieftains from their own 9. Elijah Williams, the screen, right side brought in by Kmeyer. He's going to take off running, eventually a shoestring tackle near the 20-yard line from Colin Parsons. And Kmeyer able to pick up a 1st down on the first play of this drive. 12-yard gain, 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. Williams in the gun. Takes the snap, handoff going straight ahead. Taft to angle it left, gets it up to the 25-yard line for a 2-yard gain, and it's 3-yard gain rather. 26, and it's 2nd and 7. Williams still has, or now has, Taft in the backfield. Williams the snap, back to throw, Zebra rushes on. Williams escapes, angling right, turns it upfield at the 30. Near sideline 40, throws a stiff arm and is forced out of bounds by Jace Hightower. at the 42, so we'll pick up a first down. And it picks up about 15 yards. 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. First thing that head coach Jarrett Hurt of the Claremore Zebras said when I asked him about Sapulpa, he said, I see a 6'5", 225-pound quarterback that can do it on the ground and in the air. Here's the handoff going straight ahead for Taft to the 45-yard line. Picks up 3 and it's 2nd and 7 for Sapulpa. Coming up close to Claremore's territory at the 45. And he has done so tonight, has Williams. Couple of rushing touchdowns in the first half. 2nd and 7. Williams from the shotgun, fakes the handoff. Play action. Williams rolling right, throws over the middle. A jumping catch made at the 42 as flags fly. And he'll be forced out of bounds near the 37 by Blake Hargrove, who we check the penalty. Before the pass came in, so it wasn't the play on the ball that brought the penalty. It is holding against Sapulpa. And there was pass interference. So on the route was where the contact came and the second flag came. First flag is back here behind the 40-yard line. So those penalties offset. We'll try this one again. 2nd and 7 from the 45. 21-0 lead for Sapulpa here at home. Coming up on the midpoint in the 3rd. A little discussion here between officials before we get going again. 2nd and 7. Elijah Williams back in the shotgun. Taft still in the backfield. Zebras show blitz, and here it comes. Williams rolling out on the keeper. Now turns it upfield, across midfield. Has the first down. Almost breaks another tackle, but tripped up and stopped at the 46 by Quentin Skinner. Williams picks up 9. That's good enough for the first down. 1st and 10. So from the Zebra 46, Williams in the shotgun, the snap, handoff, Taft, bouncing it outside, and then it's stuffed and pushed back behind the 45-yard line by a couple of Zebras, and they're still getting a little scrappy after the play's over. Tristan Hampton with the stop for Claremore. But Taft able to pick up a couple yards on first down, and it's 2nd and 8. And Williams will move Esparza back in the backfield just to his right. 2nd and 8 from the Claremore 44. Trips to the right for Williams. Snap back. Williams, a 3-step drop. Looking. Now he's going to take off and run. Looking for the first down marker. He's got the first down. And across the 30-yard line, close to the 25 before being forced out of bounds by the Zebras' Connor Aaron. And it's 1st and 10, Chieftains. Moving right down the field. This First and 10 from the 24. Williams from the gun. Play fake. Here's a screen. Caught at the 25. He can't quite break free from Parsons, who will drag him down at the 23-yard line for a yard gain. And 2nd and 9. That one completed to Wyatt Hall.
And number 71, Seth Seago. Good for 1 yard. 2nd down and 9.
21 points of Sapulpa lead. We're midway through the 3rd. 2nd and 9 for the Chieftains. Elijah Williams in the shotgun. Takes the snap, the handoff this time. Esparza now bouncing it outside to the left. Throws a stiff arm at the 20 and breaks free. There's a flag on the play. Esparza to the 10, 5, and into the end zone. Would be touchdown Chieftains, but we'll check the penalty. And I can see Elijah Williams standing with his hand on his hips back by the referee. I think he believes this one's coming back. flag down on the far sidelines at the 21, or close to the far sidelines, and indeed it is a hold against Sapulpa. So that one
Holding Sapulpa.
negates the Esparza touchdown. And we'll back this one back up to the 32. Second and 18 now for the Chieftains. Williams, snap, and the screen brought in the backfield, trying to get upfield, but he can't. A.J. Chakota with the reception. And the two Claremore starting, well, the two tailbacks, I should say, Coleman Parsons, Chase Hightower, combined for the stop. So a loss on the play back to the 36.
Ball spotted at the 38-yard line, third down and 24.
Oh, correction, actually, near the 38. Third and 24 upcoming for the Chieftains. Chakota in the backfield. Williams in the shotgun, takes the snap, wants to throw from the pocket. Going to roll out left, being chased by Lazoya. He's going to reverse field, throws Lazoya off of him, still on his feet, but then wrapped up and driven down to the turf at the 45-yard line for the sack. And Tristan Hampton makes the tackle for the Zebras, and it's a loss back to the 45-yard line, fourth and long, Sapulpa, and they'll punt this one away. Marcus Esparza in punt formation. Jake Gilmore deep for the Zebras. So a costly holding penalty on that drive for Sapulpa. What would have been a rushing touchdown brought back on a holding penalty. And Sapulpa not able to advance it any further beyond that. Here's the Esparza punt. Coming towards the near side, bounces nearly straight up and out of bounds at the 23. First and 10 for Claremore. From their own 23. 3:51 remaining in the third quarter. 21-0 Sapulpa leads Claremore here in Sapulpa.
Find your local agent, Steve Rogan, at 918-227-1100. We are insurance. We are farmers.
All right, Zebras take over. First and 10 from their own 28-yard line, and the junior quarterback Charlie Murdoch now back in the pistol formation. From the near hash mark, snap back to Murdoch. A little bobbled in the handoff. Chase Hightower going straight ahead, bouncing it outside now at the 30, and then upended and stopped at the 32-yard line for about a 4-yard gain. And it looks like that was Wyatt Hall with the stop for the Chieftains. Second and 6. Hightower again at tailback. Murdoch from the pistol, second and 6. The snap, here's Hightower again. Up the middle of the line across the 35 to the 37-yard line. 5-yard gain. And it's third and 1 for Claremore.
Taking the ground by number 21, Hunter Wright. Ball spotted at the Claremore 37-yard line. Third and 1.
So a stop here could force another Claremore punt, as they're in their own territory at the 37, third and 1 for Claremore. Charlie Murdoch, the snap, handoff to the fullback eventually. Delayed handoff, and then eventually given to Bryson Brown, who does cross the 40 to the 41. And picks up 4 yards for the first down, first and 10, Claremore.
First and 10.
Two and a half to play here in the third quarter. A 21-0 Sapulpa lead. And first and 10 for Claremore from their own 41. Murdoch in the pistol formation. Snap, play fake. Murdoch rolling out right. Throws to the right, and it bounces off his receiver and falls incomplete. Intended for Jake Gilmore. And that one off of his chest and incomplete. Second and 10. So Claremore next week actually traveling on the road to Tulsa Edison to round out their non-district schedule. And of course, Sapulpa facing off with Edison last week walked away victorious, score of 34-13. So Coach Tony Daniels trying to get things back in order as they'll face Claremore next week, 2nd and 10 from the 41. Murdoch, the handoff. Hightower bursts through the middle across the 45 and to the 48-yard line for a 7-yard gain.
Chase Hightower with
And
the carry.
3rd and 3.
Gain of 8 yards. 3rd and 2.
Claremore last year advancing to the 5A playoffs, defeating the Shawnee Wolves in the first round, and ultimately falling the next week to the eventual state champion, Midwest City Carl Albert. 3rd and 3. It's a short 3 for the Zebras from just outside the 48. Hightower, I beg your pardon, Murdoch in the pistol. There's Hightower getting the handoff up the middle, has the first down into Sapulpa territory across the 45 and up to the 41-yard line before being stopped 1st and 10.
Chase Hightower
For the Zebras.
into Sapulpa territory. 1st and 10, Zebras.
Greener one of those in on the stop. Also Hunter Wright, 1st and 10. Claremore from the 41. So substitutions and Claremore linemen trying to hurry things up. 1st and 10 from the 41 of Sapulpa. Murdoch in the pistol. Hightower just behind him now, a man in motion to the left side of the line. Snap, turn around, handoff, and up the middle goes Parsons to the 35-yard line before he stopped. A 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Under a minute to play here in the 3rd. 21-0, Sapulpa leads. Here at home. Almost 2nd and 4 from the Sapulpa 35, and it is Parsons back in the backfield as Murdoch's in the pistol. Murdoch takes the snap, fakes the handoff, play action. Murdoch to throw over the middle, bounces off his receiver's hands, and falls incomplete. Pass was intended for Jacob Velasquez. 3rd and 4. So very nice play fake seen there from Murdoch.
3rd down.
Again, a transfer from Owasso. Started hearing good things about his quarterback play last year. 3rd and 4 from the Sapulpa 35-yard line. Murdoch in the pistol. Bobbled snap, eventually gets it to Colvin Parsons to the 35. So Murdoch couldn't quite get a hold on that, had to turn all the way around and face Coleman Parsons. And between the two of them, able to keep control of it, move it up to the 35-yard line. So 4th and 4 upcoming for the Zebras, and a timeout. Nope, it is the end of the 3rd quarter, 21-0. Sapulpa leads Claremore at home. We'll take a break, come back for the 4th quarter. You're listening to Chieftain Football on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM, the Sports Animal. Dude, the echo is...
At 301 South Main to check out their full product line or Synergence.com to order. St. John offers online appointment scheduling for primary care, urgent care, or to check in for an ER visit. St. John easy online scheduling allows you to choose a time that's right for you at a location near you. Visit GetStJohnCare.com. Spirit Bank has taken the hassle and time out of opening a checking account. Open an account online in under 10 minutes at www.spiritbank.com. Get the freedom to bank anywhere. With Spirit Bank's mobile banking, you can monitor your account, deposit checks, and even transfer funds whenever and wherever you are. Member FDIC. half of the carry to the 50-yard line. Second down and 7.
So again, the Sportal Scoreboard Show following tonight's game here on the Sports Animal. They caught up on all the rivalry games from across the state. The Jinx and Union, the one they call the Backyard Bowl. Broken Arrow and Owasso, Battle of the Bishops. Lawton High, Lawton Ike, lots to go down the line. Check that out on those scores. 2nd and 7. And this one's going nowhere. Gets pushed back for a loss of a couple of yards. And to give to Chakota. And a little extra. After that one was over. They played that one to the shadow of the echo of the whistle, I should say. So a 2-yard loss to make it 3rd and 9 Chieftains from their own 47.
3rd down and 9.
Williams from the shotgun. Esparza in the backfield just to his left. Snap to Williams, rolling left. Here comes the zebra rush. Williams escapes, throws to the near side. Diving catch made at the 29-yard line. He's immediately reaching down for his knee, but that was Wyatt Hall making a diving catch at the 28. Had coverage from Jace Hightower, but what an athletic play. Wyatt Hall trying to walk this one off. He's going to have to come out. The moment he secured the ball and hit the turf, he started reaching down for his knee. So hopefully nothing serious. He's still walking under his own power along the sidelines, limping just a little bit. 1st and 10 now for Sapulpa from the Claremore 28. Williams, the handoff. Esparza breaks through the line, inside the 20, to the 10, 5. It's close at the goal line. Touchdown, Sapulpa. Marcus Esparza. And a 4-score lead now for the Chieftains. So are they discussing, it looks like officials may be discussing whether or not he got into the end zone before being tackled. I will say it was close from here. It appeared that he was in, but I wouldn't put up too much of an argument if they decided otherwise, but it does appear this touchdown will stand. And also a penalty that's going to be assessed on the kickoff, so a horse collar penalty. So that was the discussion rather than whether or not he made it in. Mozavi in to attempt the point after. Good snap and hold. Kick is no good, wide to the right, the first miss of the night. Mortazavi, 10:08 remaining in the game, 27-0. Sapulpa leads Claremore. Quick break and we're back for more. This is Sapulpa Chieftain football on AM 1550, 99.9 FM, Sports Animal.
We combine over 110 years of experience with the highest quality of customer service to give you an actually feel that you experience.
Oh, try it right now, you mean? Yeah, they're on. They're on. 27-0, Sapulpa lead. It's still there. No, it's bad. No. But that's all right. I'll just keep them off. It's no big deal, man. All good, man.
St. John's Sapulpa is close to home, giving you access to all your healthcare needs.
7-0, Sapulpa leads Claremore with 10:08 remaining in tonight's game. First year for Chieftain football on the Sports Animal. Glad to have you tuned in tonight. Also glad to have those of you on Chieftains TV, where I unfortunately keep forgetting to mute the microphone, so I hear the chatter with the radio station. Apologies there. Sapulpa fans enjoying now a 27-point lead over Claremore in this non-district game. And here's the horse collar tackle penalty being assessed on the kickoff. So Sapulpa will kick from Claremore's 45. Mortazavi's been kicking a few of these into the end zone on the touchbacks, so an even better shot of doing so here. He can knock through the uprights. Here's his approach of the right-footed kick. It is going to go about 5 yards deep into the end zone, so the Zebras will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20 and 10 minutes left here in the game. A 27-0 lead. Of course, Sapulpa and Claremore get things going on this route. Move the ball tonight. Just don't let them get any points on it. The pistol. Chase Hightower back in the backfield. First and 10 Claremore from their own 20. There's the snap to Murdoch, back to pass. From the pocket, looks right, throws right, and it is tipped and falls incomplete. And that one broken up by Tajon Taft. Went through his fingertips. He couldn't hang on. Intended for Jake Gilmore. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Again, weather not appearing to be much of an issue tonight. We saw some sprinkles and mist earlier, but it looks like that's even cleared up, and the rain staying mostly to the west. 2nd and 10 rather, for the Zebras from their own 20. Murdoch, the handoff going straight ahead. It's Hightower across the 20, wrapped up and stopped at the 24-yard line for a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 6. Marcus Esparza providing the stop.
3rd down and 6.
Next week, Sapulpa on the road at Tulsa East Central. Wrap up non-district play. Right here, 99.9 FM and also AM 1550 to Sports Animal. Patrick Misick returning to the mic. 3rd and 6 for Claremore from their own 24. Low snap, Murdoch brings it in. On the pocket, now throws over the middle and through his receiver's hands and incomplete. Quentin Skinner was the intended receiver. And about a 16-yard gain had he brought that one in, but it falls incomplete, and the Zebras are going to have to punt this one away again. Six punts tonight for Claremore. 4th and 6. Connor in a punt formation. We've got Taft deep for the Chieftains. Right for the punt is away. Backing up, brings this one in, lets it bounce. He's got to jump down to cover it up. He's got to dive on it, and he does. At about the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. So they escaped disaster there. We have seen one punt that resulted in a turnover. Bounce, it was first touch. A member of the returning team, it was Claremore at the time who touched it. Sapulpa smartly jumped on it. Ended up being about a 35-yard advancement to Sapulpa score. So they'll take over here, 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 9:12 left in the game, a 27-0 lead for the Chieftains. Elijah Williams, back in the shotgun. To the left, one receiver to the right. There's a screen to the right side, brought in by Elkins. Turns it upfield to the 35. Attacking near the 38-yard line, Plymouth Parsons. Thomas Mason combining for the stop. Elkins got about 6 on 1st down, up to the 38, 2nd and 4. Williams stays in the shotgun. Snap. Screen to the right. Caught at the 38-yard line. Quickly upfield for the 1st down. Across the 45, close to midfield. Before he's stopped. Now completed to K-Meyer. 1st down for the Chieftains, approaching Zebra territory at the 49. Shotgun formation for Williams. Dakota's in the backfield, just to his left. He'll get the handoff. Dakota turns it upfield, gets it to midfield before the Zebra line pushes him back. So a 1-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 9.
AJ Schultz carry. Stop for full gain. 1 yard.
Quick check on some of the scores in our rivalry games across the state. Broken Arrow with a big lead over Owasso, 34-7. That is a halftime score. That game being played on the road at Owasso. Union and Jinx a 20-7 Jinx lead at halftime. 27-0. Sapulpa leads here on 2nd and 9. Here's Williams in the pocket, and it's collapsing, and he's going to get sacked back at the 42. A loss of 8. Few Zebras lining for the stop there. One of those Harley Hewen. 3rd and 17 from 42. Shotgun. Still with 14 seconds on the play clock. Going to line down inside 10. There's Williams. There's no runner there for him to hand it off to. He's going to have to run it himself. Trying to break free from a tackle, but he will not. It's Thomas Mason with the stop for Claremore. It'll go down as a sack back to the 35-yard line for a loss of 6.
Mason with sack of Eli Williams. 4th down.
Chieftains will punt this away. Marcus Esparza in punt formation. Jake Gilmore deep for Claremore. Backs up to his own 30. Again, this one going to be a little bit into the wind for Esparza. Great snap. Put his punt his way. Bounce at the 43, pretty much straight up and roll dead there. So Zebras will take over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. 6:20 remaining in tonight's game. 27-0. Sapulpa leading Claremore.
St. John's with Sapulpa and Tulsa. Remember, St. John and Tulsa both enjoyed football as we were up here.
Junior quarterback Charlie Murdoch breaks the huddle. He's his team to the line of scrimmage in the pistol formation. Jace Hightower back in the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Zebras from their own 43. Here's the pitch. Hightower now wants to throw. He'll throw one over the middle, and it's going to be overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Jake Gilmore.
Jace Hightower.
2nd and 10.
For number 20, Jake Gilmore. 2nd and 10, Claremore.
Quick play similar to that in the first half. Got Sapulpa a touchdown. Double pass. First one backwards pass to Esparza, who then threw it to Taft for the 27-yard touchdown. And first points of the night for Sapulpa. 2nd and 10, Claremore from their own 43. There is Murdoch, the handoff. Hightower straight ahead across midfield and taking it across the first down marker to the 47-yard line of the Chieftains. So Hightower picks up the first down for Claremore, and they'll move the chains. With just under 6 minutes to play in the game. Zebras trailing by 27 here in Sapulpa.
Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Zebras.
1st and 10, Claremore. Hightower still in the backfield. Murdoch in the shotgun. Snap, rolling right. Here comes the rush. Murdoch gets a block, but not a second block. He'll be taken off of his feet back at his own 46-yard line. Esparza with the sack for a loss. 2nd and 18 now for Claremore from their 45.
2nd and 18.
Two receivers to either side for Murdoch. In the shotgun, 2nd and 18. Takes the snap. Murdoch from the pocket throws left. It's overthrown and incomplete. Intended for Jake Gilmore. And coverage from Markel Durant. 3rd and 18.
Markel Durant with coverage for Chieftains.
Clock winds down inside of 5 minutes to play. 27-point lead for Sapulpa at home. and 18. Murdoch in the shotgun for Claremore. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Look, throws over the middle, and it'll be tipped. And falls incomplete. Marcus Esparza got a hand on it. Pass intended for Quentin Skinner, but didn't even make it to his feet, as it was tipped and knocked down by Esparza for Sapulpa. So Zebras will bring the punt team on the field and punt this one away from their own 45. So dropping back deep, Tajon Taft, sophomore. Good night for Taft tonight. Ryan Connor punting away for Claremore. A snap. And a punt away for Claremore. Taft brings it in inside the 20, breaks free from a tackle somehow. Coming back to the near side, trying to stay in bounds, and will be tripped up near the 25. First and 10, Sapulpa from their own 26. Parker House with a stop for Claremore. An athletic move from Tajon Taft, breaking away from that first. It was one of those bang, bang things. Thought he was going to catch it and then just get run over, but he somehow broke free from that. Through the first 3.5 quarters, it's been all Sapulpa tonight, 27-0. Sapulpa leading Claremore 4.5 minutes to play. Again, the scoreboard show following tonight's game. You're on Sports Animal. Get you set for scores from across the state, big rivalry games. Big football weekend this weekend. NFL getting underway on Sunday as well. Underway last night, actually. Here's Williams on first down, the handoff. And straight up the middle. And rolling over the 30-yard line to 31. It's Esparza with the carry. Picks up 3, second and 7.
Carry gives it 3 yards. Second down and 7.
Chieftains again letting clock tick down to 15-14 on the play clock before they step up to the line. Clock crosses 4-minute mark in tonight's game. Second and 7 from the 31. Williams now Esparza up the right side of the line. Getting stopped by the Zebras, Tristan Hampton. Pick up a couple yards, it's up to 33. 3rd and 5 for the Chieftains. 5 Williams steps under center. Play clock wind down inside 10 seconds. Elijah Williams, handoff, going right up the middle, and stop for no gain at 33. So they've got 4th and 5. Chieftains looks like they're going to punt this one away. It was Esparza carrying the ball, and he's going to step back to punt this one away. Jake Gilmore backs up for Claremore. Play clock has just started there. 20 seconds to go, 2:46 on the game clock, 4th and 5. And Gilmore's backed up just inside his own 35-yard line. So Zebras still with a chance to get some points on the board. With 2.5 minutes to play. Esparza's kick is away. Gilmore backs away from it. Now he'll make a run at it. 35-yard line, picks it up across the 40, and then hit and stop at the 44. And a big hit and stop from Christian Diaz of the Chieftains. 1st and 10, Claremore. From their own 44-yard line. 2:24 to play in the game. Sapulpa 27, Claremore 0 here in Sapulpa. And the Chieftain defense would like very much to just tie a nice bow on this one, on this upcoming drive, but Claremore, of course, desperately wanting to get some points on the board. 1st and 10 Zebras from their own 44. Locked in the shotgun. Takes the snap, screen left. There's Gilmore, caught at the 40. And now positive yardage across the 48-yard line. 49 for a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 for Claremore. Stop on the play coming from Jamel Bruner for Sapulpa.
Jacob Gilmore with
2nd and 5.
Good for 5 yards. 2nd and 5.
It's Bryson Brown in the backfield. pass. Looking left, now looking right. Throws one over the middle, and it's just short. Falls completely. That one intended, yes, for Skinner. Covered on the play from Mel Bruner. The Chieftains. 3rd and 5 for Claremore. And the clock stops with 1:40 to play. Murdoch back to pass, looks left, throws left, caught by Williams at the 48, across midfield to the 49. Only a 3-yard gain for Claremore. And 4th and 3. Moving into Chieftain territory. Sparsley with the tackle for Sapulpa. 3. Clock still ticking, 17 to play. Timeout on the field. And we're back underway. 4th and 3, Claremore from the Sapulpa 49-yard line. Murdoch back in the shotgun. Snap, handoff going up the middle. And it's Parsons got the first down, and Morrow a chance to score inside the 20 and pulled down from behind and stopped at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Zebras. Coleman Parsons. 4th down conversion, eventually stopped by Tajon Taps. Zebras tried desperately here with 52 seconds in this game to score. Parsons 1st and 10. As he's in the backfield, Murdoch takes the snap for Claremore. Throw for the end zone far side, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. The pass was intended for Luke Williams. 2nd and 10. The clock stops with 41 seconds to play. 27-0 Sapulpa lead. Claremore trying to get on the scoreboard here in the final minute of regulation. 2nd and 10 Claremore. From the Sapulpa 15. Coleman Parsons back in the backfield. Murdoch in the pistol. Murdoch drops back to pass. Looking right. Throws right for the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown Claremore. And it's Jake Gilmore. I beg your pardon, that isn't Gilmore. That's 80. Thought I saw 20. Larry Ree, one of tonight's captains, the senior wide receiver. Larry Ree with the touchdown reception. Zebras are on the board. Christian Gocher to attempt the point after a little bit of a high snap. Hold down. It is up and it is good. 27-7. Sapulpa leads Claremore. 33 seconds left in the game. We're going to take a quick break and back for the conclusion of tonight's game. This is Sapulpa Chieftain football on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM, the Sports Channel.
Security is essential, and First United Bank has a simple, affordable way to protect you from a world of technology that you can't always control. Contact us and ask about all the benefits. First United Bank, a more convenient way to think. Visit FDIC.
Back for the final moments of tonight's game in Sapulpa as the Chieftains lead the Claremore Zebras 27-7. Brian Ferguson in for Patrick Masick this week. Glad to have you tuned in tonight. And the Zebras march down the field starting from their own 43-yard line. And Charlie Murdoch pass to Larry Ree means in a Zebra touchdown. So 27-7.
Whoever comes down last, hit the light.
Zebras are going to kick this one away. punt set to kick this one for Claremore. This is going to be an onside attempt, and flags on the play. It's covered up by Sapulpa at their own 48. Claremore is going to try to recover, and this is their second onside kick attempt of the season. That one at the end of last week's game, recovered by Bartlesville. They had a chance to tie it or possibly win it. And they ended up ultimately losing by 7 to Bartlesville. So a little procedure on the previous kick, so that'll back it up to the 35. And it will appear we'll try the onside again. 32 seconds remaining. 27-7, Sapulpa lead over Claremore. Pushing the punt. Kick, and over in, bounces up, but then's covered up by Camden Williams of Sapulpa. So the Chieftains take over, and Williams got drilled just as that one came in, but held on to the ball. Sapulpa takes over 1st and 10 from the Zebra 46-yard line. 29 seconds left. And in tonight's game, and the rain stayed away for this one. Big night for Elijah Williams as he brings his team to the line in the victory formation. And there's the knee, and that'll be the final play of the game. 27-7, your final. Sapulpa picks up the win, and they improve to 2-0 on their season. Claremore drops to 0-2. So again, in the first half, a little bit of trickery on a double pass, and with Elijah Williams' first pass into Esparza, who then, through a 27-yard touchdown pass, Tejon Taft for the first score. Later in the first, a 7-yard touchdown run from Elijah Williams made it a 14-0 score. Then a missed 48-yard field goal from Sapulpa, from Mortazavi, then followed by a couple more punts. Then Sapulpa, a 35-yard touchdown run from Elijah Williams, his second rushing touchdown of the night. And then later in the third quarter, a drive that started on Sapulpa's own 47-yard line ends in a 29-yard touchdown run from Esparza. And then the missed point after from Mortazavi. And finally, the final score of tonight's game, Claremore going down the field, starting on their own 43, and then the 15-yard Charlie Murdoch touchdown pass to Larry Ree made the final score 27-7. So thanks to Patrick Masick for letting me fill in tonight. Thanks to the Sports Animal as well. It's been a pleasure bringing you Sapulpa Chieftain football. Next week, traveling to Tulsa East Central for the final game of non-district play. That'll do it for us tonight. For producer Jonathan Coach, I'm Bryant Ferguson. This has been Sapulpa Chieftain football on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM, the Sports Animal.